Hello and welcome back to this Konica C35 restoration project. Thanks for tuning in again. I want to use this episode 2, to talk a little bit about the camera itself before we get into the actual restoration of it. So Konica, the manufacturer of the company, they've tracked their history back to 1873. Now that's pre-Kodak, so there's a company with quite a lot of pedigree here. Chemists in Tokyo, where they were selling photographic equipment, emulsions, paper, that sort of thing. In 1902, they made their first consumer camera, and the Konica name first appears in 1948. That's where they released the first Konica named camera, and they adopted that as the company name in 1987. In 2003, Konica merged with Minolta to form Konica Minolta, and you might well have seen their photocopiers lying around if you've worked in an office at all. But they exited the photographic market in 2006, selling what was by then the DSLR arm to Sony, where the cameras are now known as the Sony Alpha line, and that's according to Wikipedia. Now, our Konica, the C35, had a 16-year manufacturing run from 1967 onwards. And the C35 Automatic, which is called the Flashmatic in Japan, was introduced in 1968. And it was still on sale a few years later. The 1974 price was £49. I only quote it there because that was just after decimalisation. Now that is equivalent to around about £550 today. So you can see what inflation's done to it. The last model of the C35 was the C35 AF3, which had autofocus, and that was launched in 1983. Now, this particular camera, my friend bought this in, he thinks, 1968-69, and he did take some pictures with it, which I've managed to get hold of. There's a slideshow here of these. And these first few were taken in a cave somewhere in the Mendip Hills in Somerset in the UK, and it's. You can see that, I don't know how these were lit, I don't think there's a flash going on, judging by that one. I think this light is coming from the helmet. This second part is of somebody within the gentleman's family, and these were taken again in Somerset. And you can see they're delightfully contrasty. And again, it's just, this is one of these cameras where you would point it and shoot. And some of this, you have to focus it, obviously. And some people sort of say, where's the fun in that? Where's the artistic control in that? But when you've got a camera that can do this kind of thing, just literally out of the box, I think there are times when maybe that's all the artistry you need, Maybe that's all you need to make good photos. More recently, the camera sat in a drawer until I got hold of it about a month ago, which was March 2022. And he's given it to me because he thought I would pass it on to someone else. But I've told him that I'm going to put it back together and get it into, hopefully, a working condition. And as he's expressed an interest in getting back into taking photos, particularly black and white ones, I'll be giving it back to him. That's really about it for this episode. You can see that this is a camera that does good photos when pointed in the right direction. Same with any camera. And luckily, I think the guy who's given it to me, he's got a good eye for this. So I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this. And in the next episode, we'll go through what I've identified the faults are, the equipment that I bought to work with those faults, and the plan of action about how we're going to try and rectify them and get a restored working camera back together so that he can go out and do what makes him happy, which is take photos. Thanks ever so much for watching, and please tune in next time. Bye for now.